Don't let one bad day fuck up everything. Fuck up your entire diet. Fuck up, the generational run that you're on. One day should not fuck up everything, all of your progress. It's impossible. It can't. It fucking can't. It's just one day. Understand that when you have a bad day, the next day is probably going to be a really good fucking day. Right? After the bad day, after all the gloom and all that shit, you have this like nirvanic moment of realization that, damn, shit really ain't that bad. Man, shit could really get better from here. It can't get any worse. And then you get that hope back. And you get that like motivation. Like that montage that starts to kick in your mind. And you just start going again. So don't let that bad day, fuck up everything. Don't just start, going off your diet like crazy and then, just like fucking, calling up a fucking hooker and then being like, oh yeah, let's fuck. Let's, just don't start gambling your life away. Don't just start, snowballing into just chaos. Because that's when it could get really bad. And your bad day could now turn into a bad month because you decided to turn it into that. If you're just having a bad day, and sometimes it's for no real reason. Delicious. Sometimes you're not having a bad day for any sort of reason. But you have to just, realize, hey, I'm having a bad day today. Let's not fuck anything up. Let's try to just speed run this fucking day and try to go to sleep as early as possible. Try to just reset everything. Maybe I'm just a little bit tired. Maybe I'm a little bit low on food. Maybe, some bullshit happened. Maybe I was stuck in traffic. Maybe it's some like very little factor that you just need a reset on the entire day. Otherwise, you can spiral out of control and fuck up all of your progress. I say this because I've done this before. I've done this many times. Especially if you have some sort of addictive personality and you're just like, fuck it, and you go all in and on whatever you do. If you go all in on being degenerate for the day, it's going to, snowball and spiral the rest of your fucking week. And that could fuck up your month. And that could fuck up the entire trajectory of your year. Because you decided to make your bad day worse. No. Make that bad day better. Make it better by just doing nothing. Just chill the fuck out. Take a step back. Relax. And realize that tomorrow is going to be a good day. And if not tomorrow, then the next day. So you just need to chill the fuck out. Not spiral out of control. Because I know what you're thinking. Fuck it. I'm already off diet today. Let me just eat all the food that I can. And I'll lock back in tomorrow. And usually now, because you made that bad decision, it's going to snowball into the rest of your week. So the rest of your week, you're not going to be just, completely locked the fuck back in the next day. No. You're going to spiral for the next week, and then maybe you lock in from there. But you don't have to get to that point, is what I'm saying. A bad day is a blessing in disguise. It gives you a second to realize, what you have around you to be grateful for. To take a step back and realize, man, shit really ain't that bad. Tomorrow's gonna be a good day. The sun's gonna rise again tomorrow. A bad day shouldn't turn into a bad week, into a bad month, into a bad year. It's unnecessary. And that's why you can never fully progress on like this good trajectory. Because even if you have, say, like, just a bad day and you ignore everything, you do what you have to do, you know, the bad day will be like that. It'll be a little dip, but then you'll go back up. Like the fucking stock market, like the S&P 500. Overall, it's going to go up, but it's going to have those little dips along the way. But if you know, enact on that bad day and make it worse, you know, that bad day, instead of being that, is going to be like that. And then it's going to you're going to try to climb back up, and then it's just going to keep going back down. So you can't progress like that. You can't. It's impossible. But if you don't enact on that bad day, is what I'm saying, you'll be good. You'll be straight. And you'll actually be able to get much further ahead within the year, even if you have those bad days. Yeah. Like it's that simple, but people will overcomplicate it and think that it's over and it's doomed, and you know, I should just like end it all. Like people, like when I say people, I'm talking about me. I'm talking about me, motherfucker. When I have a bad day, my mind usually starts to just spiral out of fucking control. And what I've learned over, you know, a fucking decade and a half of handling myself. Yeah, I know, a decade and a half. I'm fucking old as shit. A decade and a half of handling myself and realizing, you know, how I operate. This is the thing. You need to really figure out how you individually operate. Nobody's going to really give you the greatest advice. They could kind of help. And they could kind of, you know, guide you to where you need to be. But everybody is wired a little bit different. Everybody has, you know, their basic human needs, but they're wired a little bit different on how they operate and how they're actually able to get ahead on their goals. Like some people do not have, you know, ADHD. Some people do not have an addictive personality. Some people do not have to go 100% all in, like all or nothing. For me, it is all or nothing with everything in my life. So if I'm not 100%, 100,000% locked in on every single aspect of my life, I suffer. I begin to decline again. I begin to get back in the mindset of what I used to be and who I used to be. And like the older I get, and then the more that happens, I get real like pissed off and disgusted with myself, because I know I'm better than that. I know I'm actually capable of, you know, surpassing what I've ever been in life before. And this is the greatest trajectory that I've ever been on in my life. You know, I still have these bad days, and the bad days get really bad, but you got to push through it. I've learned you got to just push through it and ignore those bad days. Don't make them worse. And then the next day is going to be even greater. You're going to feel like rejuvenated and ready to go for the next couple weeks until that bad day hits again. But you'll be prepared. You'll be ready. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. That's the thing. You'll be okay. You'll be all right. That's really it. I fucking love y'all. Peace.